The Beavercreek Beavers battle the Altar Knights in round one of the 2022 Mayor's Cup Tournament. Good evening from the National Trail Parks and Rec Chiller Rink in Springfield, Ohio. My name is Kent Jacobs, and welcome once again to Beavercreek Battling Beavers Hockey. And it's the Mayor's Cup Tournament for the 2022 season. This tournament was originally scheduled for South Metro Rink in Centerville, but they had some troubles with the rink refrigeration, and so it got moved up here to Springfield at the last moment a couple of days ago. So here we are in the champion city, they call it, of Springfield, Ohio. Dubbed as such way back in the 1950s when they had some very good high school championship teams in the state of Ohio. The Beavers coming in trying to defend an undefeated record, coming in at 9-0-1 on the season. And a couple of updates on player injuries. Chad DeYoung, the reserve goalkeeper, is going to be out for the weekend under concussion protocol after being injured during the junior varsity game yesterday. I spoke to Chad in the lobby of this about an hour ago, and he's in good spirits. He said he's feeling fine, and he thinks that he should only miss this weekend and then hopefully be back during the month, early in the month of January, to get back in action. And a couple other scratches. Owen Huff is still out. I spoke to Coach Gutterman downstairs a little while ago, and Coach think that Owen will be back in a fair amount of time. He's still trying to get over his injury, but we think he'll be back sometime in the not too distant future. And a couple other scratches tonight. Cameron Burns is out. And who else? Clements? Or who else?
Yeah, I think he's here.
How about Smith? Kellen King. Kellen King is out. Okay. James Smith?
James Smith is on the day.
He's developmental. Okay. So I think that might cover it as far as the scratches for tonight's game. So players to watch tonight, of course, for the Beavers. Leading scorer on the season is Alex Elsner so far. Alex coming in with 16 goals on the season in the 10 games the Beavers have played. Followed up by Riley Hansen with 12, and coming on Joey Donahue. Joey had a big weekend last weekend in the Beaver wins and scored several goals, and he is now up to 9. And so Joey getting right up there in the upper echelon of goal scorers for the Beavers coming into this weekend's tournament. And for, of course, the Alder Knights, so a couple of their top players. We don't have any stats for the Knights, but always a player to watch for them is the Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney, number 91. He's always been a top scorer for them the last few seasons. And Grant Russell, the starting goaltender for Alter, is always a top performer as well. Alter, performing with somewhat of a short bench after having a number of graduations from last year's team. We went over that when they played in the Frozen Creek when the Beavers played them first in Kettering a couple of weeks ago. So we went over that back then. But Coach Barry and the Knights kind of rebuilding. They still have several veterans such as Sam Linden, Adam Ryder, Liam Riley, Luke Lance, Ty Ferguson, but kind of a short bench for Coach Berry as they kind of rebuild things for the Knights, trying to get back to being a championship caliber program. Of course, Alter is the reigning Southwest Ohio Hockey League champion, winning the tournament last year at the end of the season and then winning the pod as well. So that was a highly decorated season for Coach Berry and the Knights last year, just nudging the Beavers last year in both the conference tournament and the pod. Stand by, everyone. They're going to be playing the national anthem here at the Chiller Rink. Stand by. Well, I think they were intending to introduce the starting lineups, but then that didn't happen. All of a sudden, I see Coach Berry of the Knights waving his players back to the bench. And forget it, come on back. So maybe we won't have an introduction of the players. This gives us a chance to mention Voss Toyota, one of our corporate sponsors for Beavercreek Beaver Hockey this season. Voss Toyota is proudly serving the greater Miami Valley for over 25 years, whether you live in Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, or anywhere in Ohio. We have a great selection of new and certified Toyotas and pre-owned vehicles. Strong commitment to sales staff with experience satisfying their customer needs. Located at 2110 Heller Drive, down on the auto strip there between Factory Road and Alpha and Heller Drive. Voss Toyota for over 25 years. Also, Milano's Pizza and Subs, located on Fairfield Road in Beavercreek, and also locations in Miami Township and University of Dayton. Go to Milano's for a great atmosphere to watch any of your favorite sporting events. The Alder Knights, they come in with a record of 4 wins, 5 losses, no ties, coached by Kevin Berry, assisted by Angie Mahoney. The Beavercreek Beavers 9-0-1 on the season. They're in the all-black uniforms. They are coached by Greg Gutterman, assisted by Cam Quick, Brad Lloyd, Eric Baskin. The officials for today's game, Ty the Tank Wilkinson and Gary Dickstein. The alternate team is in the white sweaters, black trunks. Puck dropped. We're underway. Goaltenders today for the Beavers at the other end, Ian Champagne with a record of 6-0-1. Here's a shot, save, rebound, and it could have been tipped in by Elsner, but he got bumped by one of his own teammates, I think. A shot was a save by Russell, and the Beavers, Elsner had an open shot at the rebound, but collided with, I think, Joey Donahue and was unable to tip it in. And now at the other end, there's a shot. So these two teams not wasting any time putting pucks on net. I was going to mention Ian Champagne, a record of 6 wins and no losses, 1 tie for the Beavers. Again, we're not supplied with any stats by the Alter team, so I don't have any numbers for Grant Russell. We play 15 minutes in high school hockey per period. And again, this is the Mayor's Cup. Tomorrow afternoon, the Beavers will be facing the Springboro Panthers. And as they... Oh, we have a penalty. J.J. Lehman for cross-checking. So right away, the Knights are on a power play. Of course, the Beavers won the first meeting of the season between the Knights, but it was a little bit unexpectedly a very highly contested affair. The Beavers only kind of pulling away by a couple of goals right at the end, but the Knights actually came from behind a couple of goals and took the lead in that game. And the Beavers had to scramble to pull that game out. Adam Ryder will dump it in the Beaver zone at the far end. Puck was played there by Riley, but he's checked. Puck cleared away. Grant Russell out of the net will set it up for his teammate Adam Ryder, number 42, up the right wing. The dog, Danny Mahoney, flips it over to Riley. Riley checked at the Beaver line, and the Beavers clear back to the center. No score underway. The Knights have another minute in their power play chance. Alex Elsner trying to take the puck away shorthanded, but it's picked up by Mahoney. Danny Mahoney pass for Riley at center on the left wing over the Beaver line. His shot, save, it popped up high, the rebound in front precariously, but the Beavers then clear the zone. There's a shot from center, steered aside. Now is Ryder with the Alder Knights flicking it in. And the Beavers clear. A good penalty kill so far. Now Carson Cox for the Beavers trying to tie up one of the Knight players. Pass back to Mahoney at the point as the Knights regain control. 12 seconds left in their power play. Beavers carry it out the other way. One player back, and that's for Beavercreek. That was Riley Hansen getting a good shot away. Russell makes the stop, but Riley Hansen having to go 1-on-2 all the way down the ice. Just 5 seconds left in the Knight power play. Face-off in the Knight zone, and the puck tipped past the Knight net. Penalty killed off. A player's lost his stick. That's Chase Newroth. He's going to pick it up. The Knights control at center. There's Ty Ferguson. Ty will dump it in. No score. We're 3 minutes into the first period. Another Beaver player goes down, and a couple of them have been falling like bowling pins out there. J.J. Lehman fighting with one of the Knight players. There's a shot that's blocker pad save by Ian Champagne. Now another shot. Champagne flopped down to the ice. Puck skitters off to the left wing corner and then is iced by the Beavers. So 11:25 to go in the opening period. We have our chat line open as always. If you would like to send us a message, let's see who we got. Nancy Jesse says, "Go Drew, let's go Beavers. Wishes for healing for all who are out." Thanks, Nancy. Jeff Dufour, the executive producer, says, "Thanks for broadcasting from Springfield. No, it's tricky with the signal." He is the sage. We were having trouble, Jeff. I even invoked your name. I said, we might have to ask Jeff. But Sir Lancelot was helping us out. Cherie got it going. We had trouble. What was the trouble?
It was with our equipment.
It was with stuff. We had trouble with stuff, Jeff, but we're here. And Bonnie Vandenboss says, "Cheering for Drew, number 15. No grandma's out there." Thanks, Bonnie. All right. 4 minutes into the first period, no score. Here's Adam Ryder. He's poke checked away. Knights still have it, though, and at their line, there is A.J. Mahoney, younger sibling of the dog. I should call him the puppy, I guess. Maybe you should. That junkyard puppy. Here come the Beavers. There's a shot, and that's snared by Grant Russell off the stick of Alex Elsner. Who else we got? Aaron Washburn. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Go Mason, the Bullet, number 8. I haven't seen Mason out. Where is it? Mason? He's out there right now, the Bullet. Thanks, Aaron. Nice to hear from you tonight on a Saturday night. Loose puck. Newroth centers, but it's behind Lehman. Puck shot behind the net. Here's Riley for Alter. He's tied up. Loose puck. Side of the net picked up by Riley of Alter. Liam Riley, number 7, flips to center for Mahoney. Mahoney flips to the Beaver line. Mahoney trying to chase it down. Behind the net, and it's hard to see you way down yonder. Puck shot all the way. I don't have zoom in glasses like you've got. You folks have a zoom in lens that. There's a check. Riley checks Beaver player. That's Martin down to the ice. Nothing called. And stick gets broken. There's a broken stick, and now one of the Alter player goes down. Yeah. A lot of commotion. No penalties called. Beavers back in. Here's Hansen trying to stuff it in, and he's checked off the puck, and Russell keeps the puck out. Puck tipped to the corner. Elsner trying to fight off Phillips. Several players fight for it. Top of the slot. Beavers. There's Elsner, but it came off his stick. Elsner chases the puck back down and then has it stripped away. Here's Mahoney. Mahoney checked by the A-train, Alex Elsner, off the puck. Under 9 to go, first period, no score. Round 1 of the Mayor's Cup. Here come the Beavers over the line. Here's Elsner's shot and a save, and it actually glanced off of Russell's catching mitt and then off the side of the cage. Riley for Alter to Lance. Luke Lance trying to motor across neutral ice through a Beaver player, but the Beaver player takes that puck away from Luke Lance. Now it's dumped in by Adam Ryder behind the Beaver net at the other end. 8:15 to go. Beavers coming back, shaking off a check, a shot, save. Elsner shot, save. And Russell has stopped a couple of shots from Alex Elsner, the Beaver leading scorer, and this time Grant is able to hold on to the puck with 8:07 to play in the opening period. Got a message from Carla Moore. Kent, thanks so much. You're quite welcome, Carla, for taking the time out of your busy holiday season to announce for us. You're quite welcome. When you're missing, I can't make the heads or tails of the game. Well, thanks, Carla. I can't make heads or tails of the game, and I'm here. I'm just up here talking. Thanks, Carla. I appreciate it. Very nice comments. Here's J.J. Lehman centering the puck, but it's intercepted by Adam Ryder, and the Beaver point man ices the puck the other way. Aaron Washburn says thank you. Aaron is watching from home. Thanks, Aaron. We appreciate it. Under the weather, Aaron, we hope you feel better soon. Sending healing to our kids that are out, and send healing to you too, Aaron. Hope you feel better soon. It's a rough season out there for colds and flu and everything else, so hope you're feeling fine soon, Aaron. And thanks for contacting us, and we hope the Bullet has a good game out there, number 8. Back is Dixon Phillips. He's checked. No score. We're midway through the first period. For the Knights, Liam Riley. The Knights in their white sweaters. They're the home team tonight. Of course, it's at a neutral site, this chiller rink. Firing a shot wide was Carson Cox. The rebound off the end boards back to center ice. Scooping up the puck is Hansen. He's tripped up, goes down. Nothing called. Or there we go. Here we go. The Tanks got it. There's a shot off the side of the cage. Delayed penalty on Alder. The Tank has made the call, and the puck down the ice, and after it is Carson Cox. The Beaver net empty because Champagne's gone to the bench in favor of an extra attacker. Beavers control the puck. As soon as an Alder player touches it, the penalty will be called. It's a delayed minor, probably for tripping, and now as Young Mr. Ryder makes the call. It is a trip. And who is the guilty party? It is none other than Dixon Phillips. Dixon Phillips, number 90. He's heading off. Ty the Tank Wilkinson with the call. You don't argue with the tank. I tell you, I mean, you think Sir Lancelot's big over here? Yeah, I was standing downstairs before the game, no skates on, just in civilian clothes next to the tank. He's taller than Lance a little bit, and even bigger. He is he's a linebacker. Would not argue with him. Here are the Beavers. A shot! They score! The A train is on time. Fires a wrist shot in with 23 seconds gone in the power play, and the Beavers lead it 1-0. Oh yeah, that was a rifle shot. And for young Mr. Elsner, his 17th of the season. And we're going to wait and see if we get I'm looking for a text from downstairs to see if we've got So power play goal gives the Beavers a 1-0 lead in this game. And we've got another delayed penalty, this time on Beavercreek, it looks like. .5:31 to go. Anything yet? Joe Martin, a penalty for what? I think they might have said a hold. I think I may have seen that signal, maybe. But Joe Martin in the box, so now the Knights have a power play. Just a few moments after they gave up a power play goal to the Beavers. Mahoney flips into the Beaver zone. After it, Sam Linden. Puck cleared away. Beavers on the penalty kill. The Knights 0 for 1 on the power play so far this evening. There's a pass intercepted by the Beavers. It is Donahue. He drops it off. There's a shot by Elsner and deflects off a stick up over the glass. And there will be a face-off. Did you get anything yet? Are you going to text that guy? Okay. It's the number of the goal and the assist. If he doesn't answer, tell him he's fired. Face off in the Knight zone right in front of us, right below us. Here's Riley, clears the puck up to Linden, left wing. Linden give and go for, there's a shot on net by, looks like Schultz. And the save made. We'll have a face-off. 1:10 left in the Knight power play. From the draw, puck behind the Beaver net. Here is Elsner. He's checked into the boards by Sammy Linden. Elsner goes down. Puck rimmed around to the blue line. There is Ryder. A shot blocked in front, and they score! Power play goal by the Knights, and it's 1-1. And let's see who goes to the line first. I think it is Liam Riley. So absent of getting a note from the scorer's table, we'll give it to Mr. Riley. power play goal. Got a message from Michaela Stacy. Let's go Creek. All right, Michaela, they've got their work cut out. These Knights are still after them. Aaron Washburn says, thanks, Kent. You're quite welcome, Aaron. Doing a great job as always. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, Aaron. We appreciate you being with us and coming, letting us know you're watching this evening and cheering on the Beavers. So thank you very much, Aaron. Nice to hear from all you folks. 4 minutes left in the period. We're all tied up now at 1 apiece. And so you almost throw the records out, as the old saying goes, in these games with Alder, even though the Knights are a little bit down this season. They are playing in these first 2 games against the Beavers. They're playing them tough. There's the dog with a shot, and a save made by Champagne. He hits the ice. The Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney. If you're new to our, what I call altercations, our games against these Alder Knights, a couple of years ago when Danny Mahoney, number 91, was a freshman, he scored a couple of what you call greasy or dirty or junky goals off the Beavers. Little rebounds or side of the net, sneaky goals. And I said, this guy, he's scoring these junk goals, and I just decided to say Junkyard Dog, and that stuck. So that's here come the Beavers the other way. Slimmy breakaway. Oh, and Elsner, as he tried to cross over to his backhand, lost the puck, and now there's a penalty on Ferguson for a trip on Elsner. Elsner almost scoring a moment ago. He had Russell beat on the right goalpost, but as he tried to cross over to his backhand, he lost the puck off his stick. And then as he chased the puck down along the boards, Ty Ferguson's stick kind of got tangled up with Elsner's feet, and Elsner goes down, and Ferguson goes in for a trip. Beavers 1 for 1 on the power play. There's a fallen Beaver player, and here's Schultz the other way. Evan Schultz, and he's chased down before he could pull the trigger on a short-handed shot. Boy, I thought Evan Schultz was free and clear heading down the ice, but I think Carson Cox caught up with him, the Secretary of Defense. He went all the way down. He chased down Schultz. A great defensive play as one of the Beavers had fallen down and given Schultz, and there's a big hit. Whoa, a big hit by Luke Lance. And now another whistle. And Lance is going in. What is the call on Lance? It was a big hit, but what did they call? Oh, to the head. Oh, is it roughing? It's Luke Lance, or no. Was it? Yeah, Lance, Luke Lance. So did they call it a rough?
That's what he said.
Okay. So Beavers on a 2-man power play. The game tied. Here's a shot by Elsner, blocked on defense. Riley Hansen over to Donahue. Donahue stick handling in front. Donahue circles to the left point. Drops it off. Elsner fires high and wide. Here's Hansen, and they passes back to the point. Nobody home. Beavers have to circle back. Under 2 left in the period. Beavers on a 2-man power play. Elsner working in. Nice poke check away by Riley. Now the Beavers drop the puck behind the net. It's checked away by Russell. Picked up by Hansen. Hansen to Donahue. Beavers need to get the puck on net. Here's Cox. Left wing circle. Firing shot. That was Elsner. It's blocked on defense and cleared away. Just a few seconds left in the penalty to Ty Ferguson. The Knights are doing a good job on the penalty kill right now at the moment. Here is Mahoney, or check that. It is for the Beavers. It's Donahue. Donahue shot, and it's off the side of the cage, and Ryder clears it away. Under a minute left in the period, 20 seconds left in the other power play. So the Knights resisting a two-man power play so far. Now it's a one-man advantage. Hansen drops it off to Donahue, back to Hansen. Hansen checked by Ryder. Loose puck, Hansen trying to work in front and trying to tip it to Donahue, trying to backhand in front. Got to pull the trigger. There's a shot blocked. Not a well-executed power play by the Beavers this time around. 0 for 2 on that one. They did score on their first power play. 15 seconds left in the period. Here's Donahue's shot blocked as he's checked down. Here's Linden for the Knights. Linden checked by Cox. Just a few seconds left in the period, and it's going to be the end of the period. So period ends on an up note for the Alder Knights as they kill off a two-man power play for the Beavers. Still nothing on the goal, huh? Catch up on our messages. Michaela Stacy says, score for me says 0-1. It's 1-1. Oh, did you not put the 1-1?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I just fixed it.
Okay, Shree's got it. Thanks, Michaela, for that heads up.
I thought I clicked on it. Just didn't.
Shree misclicked.
Okay, sorry. First goal, Beavers, 15, assist from 20.
Oh, good. Okay. All right.
And I think he's sending me the second one.
Huh? Thank you very much. Tell him thanks.
The second one, 29 from 42 and 7.
Oh, 29.
Alter goal, 29, assist 42 and 7.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so we got an update from the official scorers table, the two goals in the game for Beavercreek. Alex Elsner, his 17th of the season, assisted by Carson Cox. That was a power play goal. The Knight power play goal was scored by Evan Schultz. We had thought Liam Riley, but they gave it to Evan Schultz, number 29, assisted by Liam Riley and Adam Ryder. We got Slash Dog X. Hey, Slash, what's going on, man? Also here supporting number 18, but truly enjoying the whole team. Ian, Riley, Elsner, Cox, etc., and currently filling out my application to join the official Kent Jacobs fan club. Hey, there you go. Thank you, Slash. Thank you, Slash Dog. Okay. Well, we're underway in this second period. They'll resurface the ice after period number 2. And we will have a senior spotlight. And the face-off in the Beaver zone. Here's Ryder, flat shot in front, save, rebound, still loose. Ryder centering, it's deflected away. Big chance for the Knights trying to take the lead. Knights hold the puck in at the Beaver line. Now Lehman trying to clear, and it flips back to center, and Ferguson has to retreat with it. Knights back in, dumping it behind the Beaver net. After it, Cox for Washburn. Washburn, the bullet. Up for Alex Elsner, the A-train. Here's Alex. Drops it off to Donahue. Shot blocked. Puck loose still in the Alder zone. And tipping it back over is Donahue trying to hold it in. It's hard to see the puck again from way down there. Puck cleared away. And it rolls on in toward the Beaver net. Champagne out of the net to clear it. Still in the Beaver zone, however. Now here comes Cox. Cox, right wing pass. Elsner, it's off his stick down the ice. Play continues, 13:20 to go in period number 2. Each team has exchanged a short-handed goal, so we're all knotted up at one apiece. Riley Henson, the Cobra. working down the ice into the Alder zone, trying to slither through the Knight defense. Puck dropped off to Cox, left point. He's checked. Knight's trying to come away with it at center, and it's rolled back into the Knight zone. Knights in the white sweaters. They are the home team in this game. Champagne will tip the puck away to Hansen. No icing because the puck was on net. Champagne had to play it. Beavers clear it, and that will be no icing. Play continues. Teams change on the fly, and there's a whistle. 12:21 to go in the period. Here's an offside at the Knight blue line. Face off at center. We've got a couple more messages. Megan Mahoney, a proud aunt of the Junkyard Dog and Puppy. Hey, Megan, it's nice to hear from you from Florida. Hey. Thanks for all your coverage. Thank you, Megan. It's nice to hear from you. And I tell you, I love Beavers playing the Knights so we can get these dogs out there, Junkyard and now Puppy. And it's nice to love the Knights and the Beavers to play. So I'm glad they play several times a year. Nice to hear from you, Megan. And of course, it's always a good game between these two teams. Shot, save, rebound, and Champagne is able to lunge out to the edge of his crease and cover that rebound. So thanks, Megan. Nice to hear from you. Jeff DeFord, the executive producer in absentia. Jeff says, Benny DeFord.
He's here.
Oh, he's he's. Oh, there's a backhand shot saved by Champagne. Loose in front, and it's tipped off the side of the cage. Ian probably should have held on to that puck, but he decided to drop it off to a teammate. That almost backfired. Knights had it shot, but now the Beavers the other way. Here's Elsner, and before he could pull the trigger on a shot, the puck comes off his stick. We'll get back to the executive producer here in a minute. Here's a shot the other way, and it's well wide of the Beaver goal. There's a big hit. Donahue on Riley. Now back the other way, the Beavers. Elsner, a chance. And Russell went down to the ice. Loose puck. Off to the boards, and the Knights ice the puck. So is Mr. DeFord here?
I think that's what Jeff is saying, that he's here.
Well, let's just hear what Mr. Executive Producer has to say. Benny DeFord. Benny is in the house, not Jeff.
Yeah, Ben is.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Jeff. I know Jeff, the executive producer in absentia, he is absent.
If he comes visit us,
Jeff
he'll
is
have to do something.
But
Ben is here if we want to do
Yeah.
an interview with him.
yeah, sure. Yeah, get set. Tell Benny to come up here. We can postpone the senior spotlight.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We'll do that another time. We've got all season. So yeah, Jeff, tell Benny the Jet to come up here. At the end of the period, Beavers control tie game 1 apiece. J.J. Lehman bangs the puck off the dasher boards, but not out. It volleys back over to A.J. Mahoney, the pup. And here is the dog trying to pass to the pup, and it's volleyed around, and now the Beavers chase it down. Riley Hansen, his pass is deflected down the ice. After it was Newroth of Beavercreek. He's beaten to the puck there by, it looks like Mahoney. Danny Mahoney veered off to the corner by 2 Beavers. His pass to A.J. Back to the point. There's Ferguson. Shot blocked. Loose puck. Riley Hansen. Hansen trying to carry it out. He's poke checked away. Nobody wants the puck. Now here's Carson Cox. Carson. Long pass for Donahue. Barreling down the ice. A shot. Save Russell. Rebound off to the boards and to center ice. Knights come back. Here's Mahoney trying to fight off Cox. These two have had a number of battles through the last few years. Cox bangs Lance into the boards in the corner. And there's going to be a penalty, I believe, on the Secretary of Defense. He checked Luke Lance down to the ice in the corner, and I think we've got a cross check. Okay, cross check on Carson Cox. So another power play chance for the Knights. We still remain tied, 1 apiece. We're just a couple of minutes from the midway point in this game. Jeff Dufort says, Benny Dufort is in the house. Love to hear an interview at the second intermission. So, yeah, send him up, Jeff. Shot high and wide off a stick by Mahoney. Joe Martin for the Beavers trying to carry the puck out and has it stripped away by the dog right there along the boards. That dirty dog steals the puck. Now Joey Donahue clears all the way down on goal at the other end, played by Grant Russell. Minute and a half left in the Alder power play. Okay, here's Joey Donahue. He's going to wind up and whale the puck down the ice. Jay Haney says, way to go, Alex. Aunt Rhoda and the whole family from Michigan is watching. And proud of you, and that is Alex Elsner. Go Creek, good job, she says. Thank you, Kent. Not Keith, Kent. Here's you can call me Keith, that's all right. What's the old yarn? You can call me, I don't care what you call me, just don't call me late for supper. So, but thanks, Jay. Nice to hear from you. And here's a shot, centering pass, actually side of the net for Mahoney. It's off his stick. He was looking for one of those greasy goals at the side of the cage. Here is Donahue, and he's just going to try to send it down the ice. It's deflected and held in. Moving in, a shot, save, rebound. It was loose, side of the net. Schultz could have had a whack at it, and there's a whistle. And the puck is covered by Champagne. Big chance for the Knights. 23 seconds left in their man advantage. Heard from Sheena Villarreal. Let's go Creek from Washington State. Hey, Sheena, thank you very much. Great to hear from you. From the draw in the Beaver zone, here's Chase Newroth carrying through neutral ice. He's bumped off. He still has the puck, however. Now Mahoney chases him down and poke checks the puck away. Beavers have it. Penalty, just a few seconds left. They're going to kill it off successfully. Puck rimmed down the ice. Beavers retain possession. We're midway through the game. 7.5 to go in the second period. Riley Hansen carries in, but it's offside at the Knight blue line. So goals both coming in the first period, both power play goals for each team. Alex Elsner and Evan Schultz, the official goal scorers in that first period, one for each team. Riley Hansen for Lehman. JJ carries in. Puck comes off of his stick. It's rimmed around to the left wing side, and puck flips over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. Kent Jacobs, along with crew Cherie Champagne, the producer and engineer, Sir Lancelot on the camera. Where is assistant production assistant Eskimo Dixie? Lake Erie? Man, it's man alive, it's going to be cold up there, right? Yeah, gosh, if she's wrapped up in 10 blankets up in the rec center crow's nest, she must be in an igloo. Now tell her we said hello and look forward to her attending another game and her 10 blankets. Here's Riley Hansen. Across center, gets through Ferguson behind the net. Hansen dropping it in front. And Elsner, I think, just missed on a scoring chance. Puck centered again, and the Knights intercept and clear, and that'll be an ice. Icing violation on the Knights. So 6:13 to go in period number 2. Beavers against Springboro. What time is it tomorrow? 5:30 is it, Cherie?
I'm sorry?
5:30 tomorrow against Springboro? 5:10, 5:40
I'm pretty sure it's 5:30.
Eastern?
Times changed, so.
Joe Martin for the Beavers. And for Newroth, and he's unable to control it. Puck fought for by several players at the Knight blue line. Now back come the Alder Knights the other way. Adam Ryder cutting in, shot in and out of the mitt of Champagne. Here's a giveaway to Ryder right in front, save, and that was a dangerous giveaway in their own zone by the Beavers. Adam Ryder took the puck away, and then he walked right to the side of the net. And
Happy birthday to Joe Martin.
happy birthday, Joe Martin. Oh, okay. Joe's right down there, number 17. Joe, happy birthday to the senior defenseman for the Beavers. There's a shot, save, rebound, loose. And A.J. Mahoney was close to it, but he had a Beaver in front of him, so he could not get a tip on that rebound. There's a shot, save, Russell, rebound. Another save, it looks like. And the puck rimmed around back to the Beaver zone. 5:15 to go in the period. Here's Martin. Bangs the puck off the boards. Trying to chip it ahead. Knights trying to steal it. Here's a shot. Pad save with a big blocker by Champagne. And the rebound cleared to the center red line. Here is Liam Riley, team captain of the Alder Knights, for Danny Mahoney. Over the Beaver line, Mahoney shot wide. He didn't get very good wood on that shot. Carson Cox for the Beavers. Bangs it off to the left wing, not out. Held in, whacked all the way back around the net. Here's Mahoney, A.J. Off of his stick. Loose puck, shot by Danny Mahoney is blocked on defense wide. Puck dropped behind the Beaver net. Phillips, now Mahoney and Martin fight for it. Banged around now. J.J. Lehman picks it up. J.J. checked before he could clear it. Loose puck picked up for the Beavers by Suda. Jake Suda shoots it into the Alder zone. 4:10 to go in the period. In Alter, the home team in this game in the white sweaters, black trunks. Beavers in the all black. 4 minutes to go in the period. There's a shot. And the save made by Russell. And with 4 minutes even to go in the period, there will be another face-off.
The game is at 5:10.
5:10 Eastern tomorrow against the Springboro Panthers. Got a message from Bethany Manley. She says, "Let's go Creek. Happy birthday, Joe Martin, number 17, from your family watching in Michigan." Well, thank you very much, Bethany. Nice to hear from you. And happy birthday to Joe. Here come the Knights the other way. Shot. And it's up off a stick over the glass. That was Luke Lance cutting in on right wing, trying to beat the Beaver defense down the ice. 3:43 to go in the period. Elsner versus Luke Lance in the Beaver zone in the left wing circle, won by Elsner. Puck intercepted by Lance, now stolen right back by Elsner, cutting through the defense. Elsner trying to put the puck on net, and a save by Russell, and the rebound is cleared away to center ice. And as Elsner plays the puck, we've got a whistle and an offside. Thanks to cameraman Sir Lancelot for letting me know what's going on sometimes, because I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell what's happening. Yeah. We've got a face-off just outside the Beaver line. And there is Riley Hansen. He's tied up by a couple of Knights. Loose puck for Carson Cox. Left wing pass for Washburn. It's off of his stick. Picked up by Lance. Luke Lance. Puck stolen in front. And Beavers unable to get a good shot away. Here's another shot by Cox that's blocked. Under 3 to go in the period. Knights the other way. Shot, save, rebound when it's cleared by Carson Cox before Evan Schultz could get a stick on it. Here's Joey Donahue stopping at the Alder line. Now trying to carry in. His wrist shot is flicked but toward the net, but blocked on defense. There's another shot, a whack at it by, it looked like Elsner that he fanned on. As a one-time shot attempt was just past him when he swung the stick. 2:10 to go in the period. Hansen a shot from the right point and kicked out by Russell. Loose puck in front. Chased down in the corner. Now 2 Knights, 3 Knights converge on Elsner. Elsner trying to work the puck in front, and it kicks free to the point. Here's a one-time shot by Elsner. Now another loose puck in front, and down is Russell. Puck still loose. Beavers still have it. And now it's cleared away by the Knights. Not on net, it's iced the other way with 1:32 to go. Again, tough for old Kent to see the action down there at the other end. Hard to see when there's scrums in front of the net with involving multiple players. I can't really see the puck, can't see what's going on, so I apologize for that. Nancy Jeske says, happy birthday, Joe Martin. A couple of years ago, I tried using binoculars for these, and I couldn't do it because you have to adjust holding the binoculars, and then when the puck comes down toward you, I got to take the binoculars away and then try to relocate the puck, and it just didn't work out very well. And then you have to try to find the puck with the binoculars at the other end, and that's hard. It just was not, it did not go well. Sir Lancelot, yeah, he's very adept with the camera. We're approaching 1 minute to go in period number 2. Again, we plan on having a guest, a former goalkeeper for the Beavers, Benny Duford. And here's Danny Mahoney trying to get a shot, but is checked off by Martin and Cox. 45 seconds left in the frame. Puck rimmed around left wing side, held in by Riley Hansen. Passes off. Now gets it back. Flips it to the right wing. Shot. And that's off the net. Half a minute to go. Puck loose in front. Several players trying to get a whack at it. And they score! With 22 seconds left in the period. There was a scrum in front, and the Beavers able to put the puck in. And it looks like it is the A-Train himself, Alex Elsner. And if it is, it would be his 18th of the season, second of the game. That an even strength goal, the first even strength goal of the game for either team. Beavers now lead it 2-1. And what is this?
Just hit somewhere outside of it, yeah.
Okay. Face off at center ice in the waning moments of the period. There's a shot by Martin, and they score! Holy Toledo! Was that Joe Martin? Was it Donahue? Again, I can't see way down there. It looked like Martin took the shot, but it might have been tipped. So Joey Donahue, we believe he got the goal, and for the Rig, that would be number 10 of the season.
So Alex's was assisted by Riley, number 9.
Okay. So 3-1 Beavers. That's a disaster for the Knights to give up 2 goals late in the last minute of the period. Wow, that's unfortunate development. There's the buzzer to sound the end of the second. 2 late goals by the Beavers, really on rushing the net, getting some net presence.
15
And tough break for the Knights at the end of that period. 2 late goals, I'm sure. And Grant Russell, I just saw him whack his big paddle stick against the boards on his way out toward the locker room. He is frustrated with those 2 late goals right at the end of the second period. But he's actually played very well until those last 2. I don't have shots because my thing's not working.
Creek 21, Alter 17.
Beavercreek unofficially out shooting the Knights so far at 21-17 here after the second period. But wow, what a change in the complexion of this game just in the last minute or so of this period. It looked like we were going to enter the third period tied 1-1, and then there was a congregation of players right in front of the Alder net, and Alex Elsner was able to stuff a puck in. And then just a few moments later, with just 20 seconds left in the period, it was Joey Donahue able to put a shot in, assisted by Elsner and Hansen. So there you have it. Where is the Jet?
So Jeff said that Ben's not answering any of his texts.
Oh.
So I sent Lance out to find him.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. We've got a little bit of time. If we don't get Benny Duford up here, we'll try to sneak in a senior spotlight. And if we don't do either, you got me for 10 minutes. Okay. All right, folks. Hey, how's it going? Good game until that last, gosh, what happened down there? Yeah, that's tough. Okay, we had one of the Alder folks stop by up here. Again, I love to hear from all the Alder folks. We heard from Megan Mahoney earlier. I got to visit with Coach Kevin Berry. You hear me go over it all the time, almost every time we play Alter. My relationship with Beavercreek Coach Gutterman and Alder Coach Berry goes way back to 1993-94 when they were in the same beer league together in Kettering, and they were players in that league. And I worked in radio for several years up to that point, like 5 years. And I had called high school baseball, basketball, and football up here in Springfield at a radio station called WBLY. That's no longer in existence. It's like a Catholic church station now, but it was AM 1600. But we did Clark County Springfield sports, and I was one of the guys that called some of the games. But I wanted to do hockey really bad because I had started listening to hockey on the radio as a kid back in 1979, and so what I did was I decided to take a tape recorder. I got permission from this beer league, the Kettering Adult Hockey Association, which is no longer in existence. But it was at Kettering Rec Center, and it was right down the street from me. At the time, I lived at the apartments up there at Stroop and Glengarry, right on the corner. And so I just drove down, and I was working at WHIO radio at the time, and also a couple other jobs since I was broke. You were always broke. Working in radio, you were always broke. That's why I eventually got into accounting stuff, which is not anywhere near as fun, but oh well. But so I took a tape player down and a little microphone, and I went up the crow's nest, and it was probably a funny sight. Picture Kettering Rec Center Ice Arena empty. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11. Sometimes we had games at 11:30 at night. And this beer league going on, and it was limited checking, so they were doing some hitting. And me up there in the crow's nest calling the game, shouting it out, my big mouth, so they could probably hear it all over in this empty arena. And the players seemed to like it. They seemed to enjoy it. Of course, I met all of them and everything. So that's where Kevin Berry and Greg Gutterin and I got acquainted with those fellas, and got reacquainted when I started doing Creek games here a few years ago. Okay, we have our special guest. He almost got in the picture there. Yeah, you get in the picture and say hi. Who are these kids anyhow? Those are your kids. Who do we have? Let's just say hello. Josh? And who do we have this young lady? Justine.
Joshua is mine. That's Ian. This is Ian's older brother.
Ian's older brother. Hey, Justin. Nice to.
Justine is his older.
Well, nice to meet you guys. It was nice to meet you. Justin almost got in the picture there when he picked us. So I thought, well, let's just introduce those kids. All right, we've got a special guest with us. I call him Benny the Jet. I can't say this singer's name. I don't want to get kicked off the air for copyright, but you guys know who it is. But he was an award-winning all-star goalie for several years for the Beavercreek Beavers. It's nice to have him with us. Ben Duford. Ben, thanks for joining us. And how's everything going?
It's going good. I'm on winter break right now, so that's nice. And just hanging out with Thomas since he's back from college. So, yeah, it's fun to watch the boys.
And Thomas, you're referring to the hitman, Thomas Bush, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Now tell me, you're going to Ohio State, is that right?
Right now I'm going to Sinclair for a couple years because I've got scholarships and everything, so it's free. And then I'm going to transfer to Ohio State for sports management. So.
Okay, that's right. And Jeff told me your Paul. Jeff let me know that, the executive producer. And so how's everything going at Sinclair? How do you like it?
I'm just doing all my general classes right now, so I'm not really interested in them, but I don't know, just good to get them out of the way, I guess.
And you chose Ohio State because of connections. You felt like you know up in Columbus versus down here Dayton, you'll have a lot. You've got a lot more teams to pick from as trying to get internships or employment from later. Is that right?
Yeah, so they have the Arena District, so they have the Jackets, the Columbus Crew, the Columbus Clippers, which is like a AAA baseball affiliation. So, yeah, just a lot more opportunity. And then, of course, like all the Ohio State, like college teams, there's internships for that type of thing too. So, yeah.
Now, what is sports management? Are you looking at maybe trying to be someday like a player agent, or what are you looking long-term in that?
Really, it could be anything. I just want to be around hockey, so yeah, but I'd be down to do like anything within an organization, so yeah.
Now, coming back here, and you've seen a couple of games this season. You were a 4-year player here with the Beavers. How do you assess the Beavercreek team this year?
I think they're pretty good. I mean, they got a lot of drive to them, and they're still resilient, which is nice to see. They're winning the close games, which is always important for a team like this. And then the goaltending has been stellar. I mean, it's probably the main reason they've won some of the games they have. But, yeah, they're fun to watch.
Coming from a goalie, of course, that's going to. Of course, he's going to say that. No. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And speaking of goaltending, Ian Champagne, we had him on Star of the Game a couple of games ago. I don't know if you saw it or not, but we invoked the name of Ben Duford. Yeah, I asked him. I said, what did you learn from Ben, and how did he tutor you? And he mentioned, of course, how you really helped him. What do you think? How did you tutor Ian with him coming up behind you?
Well, he already had a lot of skill, which was nice. So I could just show him a lot more of like the advanced things that there are. Like I didn't have to teach him any of the basics. He already knew all that stuff, so that was really nice. So I could just teach him the tips and tricks of the high school players, the more skilled guys, the things that they'll try and do. And so, yeah, he's obviously done a great job this year, and, yeah, he's just a good goalie.
Now, have you gotten? You say you've gotten together with Thomas Bush. Any other former players that have you been hanging around?
I know Cole Gutterman was at one of the games, and Kevin Bovair and Alex Folgo were also at one. So I saw them once, but other than that, not really. Considering there's only 3 of us that graduated last year for this class. So yeah.
Now, Alex, you saw Alex Folga? Because we had Cole and Thomas up, and I didn't get to see Alex. Boy, I would have liked to have seen Alex. How is he doing?
He seems good. We were gonna try and get together and go to like a stick time, but yeah, that might still happen. We'll see. But yeah.
Well, if you talk to him, tell him that if he comes to another game to come up and see us like you're doing right now, I'd love to visit with him. Tell him that if you are a fan going back a couple of years, you remember one thing about Alex Folga, and that's that slap shot from the point. Holy cats almighty, he had a heck of a shot. So say hello to Alex and send him on up. So how's everything with your folks? Of course, we don't get to see Jeff and Terry too much. Corresponding with them, the executive producer. But how are they doing?
Good. They just watch the games online and everything. But, yeah, we've just been putting up, like, Christmas decorations and getting ready for that. We're heading up to Minnesota next week. My grandma lives up there, and so that's always a lot of fun with the ponds and everything and getting dangled out by, like, 10-year-olds who are just way better than I am. But, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, everything I hear, and of course Coach Gutterman is from Minnesota, and he was a heck of a skater. Because like I was just saying before, we called games back when he was probably in his his mid-20s or something like that. Man, he could skate. I mean, he was just up and down the ice. But what's it like? And we got just a couple more moments with you. But when you're playing against these guys up there in Minnesota, I know Jeff has told me there's a big difference. You really see a big difference in skating and skill ability up there?
Yeah. They have access to ice for free a lot more than we have here because most years it doesn't really get cold enough, and they're just out there so much that so much of that just becomes instinct to them on the ice, and they're so smart, and their skating is insane. They're just so much faster and agile than everyone else.
What part of Minnesota are you guys going up to?
We go to Rochester, so yeah.
And it's going to be, if it's going to be it's going to be frigid here at Christmas. What's it going to be in Minnesota? Do you know yet?
It's going to be. I just know it's going to be cold. I know they got like 6 inches of snow today, so.
It'll be worse than frigid.
Well, 6 inches to them is like a dusting here, right?
Yeah. Most of the years it's like a foot or 2 of snow, so.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll let you go. These guys are going to get going here pretty soon, so it's great to visit with you, Ben. Benny Duford, Benny the Jet, all-star goalie for several years, award winner. He set records for wins and just records out the yin-yang, left and right. So, and it's just great. Great to see you, Ben. We miss you out there, and we look forward to seeing you again. Certainly come up and visit us again soon.
Yeah, well, I'll be around, so thanks for having me.
Benny Duford, the former goaltender for the Beavercreek Beavers. We appreciate Ben taking a few minutes to visit with us in between periods. And on that note, the puck is dropped and we are back underway. Beavers lead at 3-1. 2 late goals right near the end of that second period. Really kind of a shocking turn of events for Alter right at the end of the period. And so the Beavers trying to take further control of this game, leading at 3-1. It looked like it was going to be 1-1 heading to the third. So we just started. We're a half a minute in. Let's try to catch up on some of our messages when we get a stoppage of play. Puck chopped away to center ice. And the Alder Knights in their white sweaters, black trunks. The Beavers in all black. Puck shot wide and rebounded off the boards to center ice. Our officials again today, Ty the Tank Wilkinson and Gary Dickstein. A minute 05 into the third period. Let's see, we've got Debbie Cox says, awesome Creek. Well, thanks, Debbie. Lancelot Champagne, a.k.a. Sir Lancelot. Great interview. Well, thank you, Lance. We appreciate it. And Lance says, my Uncle Wayne said he was pleasantly surprised to hear Champagne said correctly. Well, thank you. You're quite welcome. I had help on that pronunciation a couple of years ago from the current producer engineer of this webcast. And Carla Moore says, come on, Creek, show them what you got. Well, they're showing them right now. They have a 3-1 lead, and they're going to try to add to it. 13-28, the goals scored in the game so far. Alex Elsner, 2 for the Beavers. Joey Donahue, 1. And for the Knights, it was Evan Schultz. Loose puck along the right wing boards at the Beaver blue line. There's Riley, had it. Riley now to Ty Ferguson. Ty Ferguson trying to chip it ahead. He's tied up along the boards. Along this right wing wall right at the center red line. That's dug out by the Beavers. Elsner, he's bumped down off the puck by Mahoney. Riley has it. His drop pass is behind a teammate. Riley and Cox fight for it. Riley trying to chip it ahead. Liam Riley, team captain of the Knights. Passes over for Donahue. Or rather, Danny Mahoney. I got them back. Those guys mixed up today. There's a shot, save, rebound save. And puck still live in the Beavercreek zone. Now it's cleared away. I've gotten Danny Mahoney and Joey Donahue and Danny Mahoney mixed up twice tonight. Why is that happening? I'm getting a... Here come the Beavers the other way. Shot kicked out by Russell. And there's a delayed penalty on the Beavers for tripping, it looks like. And let's see who the... Oh, it's on Alter. Okay. I didn't see the play, actually. Luke Lance, I think that's his second penalty. Okay, so Luke Lance for 2 minutes. So we got a message from Tony Vandenboss, proud of my nephew, Benny the Jet. We're watching from Minnesota tonight. Appreciate your great coverage, Kent. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it very much. That's very kind. Look forward to seeing you when you come to Dayton. Jeff Dufour, the executive producer, says thanks for tracking down Ben in the interview. Special for the family watching in Minnesota, North Dakota, and Texas. Here's a stolen puck shot. Kicked out by Russell. That was J.J. Lehman. Had a big chance on a puck that freely came to him. Beavers on a one-man advantage. Here's Liam Riley for the Knights. Dropping the puck off to Linden. He rims it around. Or 11:10 left in the game. Here is Riley Hansen cutting in. Centering a pass for Donahue. It's over his stick on a one-time opportunity. Donahue bumped off the puck by Ryder. Now here is Cox to Donahue. Donahue ridden into the boards by Ryder again. The rig is going to try to get past young Mr. Ryder. Here's Hansen snaking through. He shoots. He scores! The Cobra strikes as he snakes his way around the right wing circle, right in front through the defense, and that's what he does. Hence the nickname. He is something else, stick handling through defenders. Riley Hansen. And for Mr. Hansen, I've got that as his 13th goal of the season. That a power play marker. And the Beavers now lead it 4-1. Ten and a half to go in this one. Ty Ferguson, a shot. That's deflected wide. Puck loose in the corner. Kevin Berry's team needs to get on the board to get back in this game. They trail it 4-1. Beavers 3 unanswered goals just over the past about 6 minutes of playing time. And the goal by Hansen unassisted. A power play goal, second power play goal of the game for Beavercreek. The one goal by the Knights tonight was also a power play goal. Shot. Champagne is down on his hands and knees, and he looks like he's got it. I'd like to mention Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. Award-winning pizza. They won awards back in 2018 and 2020 in different regional pizza contests. See our pal Bill Daniels at 1101 Wayne Avenue. Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. There's a shot, and that's deflected off the boards high and wide. I don't know if Champagne got a piece of that. He might have. Russell out of the net to clear the puck away for the Knights. Up for Schultz. Schultz chips it ahead. Schultz still fighting for the puck. Has it taken away by Cox, and then Ferguson checks, or rather Donahue, and then Ferguson checks Donahue off the puck. 9:15 to go in this one. Beavers in all black lead at 4-1. Loose puck in the Knight zone, chased down by Riley. Riley to Lance. Lance tied up. Puck squirts free to Donahue. He's going to shoot up high and wide over the alternate net. Ty Ferguson ridden into the boards by Donahue. Loose puck. Here's Luke Lance for the Knights. Here's a shot. And I say the Knights need to start putting more pucks on net if they're going to try to get back in this one. There's a shot coming from the paternal acquaintance of the netminder of this game for Beavercreek. There's a loose puck, and Champagne sets it up for Joe Martin. Do the guys call him Marty? Guys with the last name Martin would be Marty. So we'll call him Marty. Just like somebody last named Schmidt, they're Schmitty.
Yeah.
That always is the case, you know. Liam Riley, team captain of these Knights, tries to work around. That is Jake Suda. Now Suda takes it away. Or no, that's J.J. Lehman. And good play by J.J. Lehman to steal the puck and get a shot on net. And Grant Russell makes the stop. What I don't have the thing, Cherie. What are the shots? My screen's still frozen.
Creek 24, Ultra 23.
24-23 shots. Jay Haney says, "Yoo-hoo, way to go, Creek." Thanks, Jay Haney. Nice to hear from you. And there is Grant Russell setting it up for Adam Ryder. Ryder poke check. Ooh, he shoves one of the Beavercreek players down. That's Newroth. Newroth thought he might have a penalty called on the Alder player, but nothing called. Now here's something else, and one of the other Beaver player goes down. Here is Ryder for Mahoney, and the Junkyard Dog will dump it in behind the Beaver net. I haven't heard too much from the dog tonight. He's usually buzzing around that Beaver net. There's a shot by Liam Riley that's wide of the Beavercreek goal. Now here's Mahoney pulling the trigger on a shot that's either wide or got deflected wide. Under 7 minutes to play. Loose puck in the night zone. Riley rims it around for Danny Mahoney. Mahoney gets around one Beaver. Cuts over to left wing, over the Beaver line, moving in his shot. And the save made by Champagne, and Ian will hold on to it. That was good stick handling by Danny Mahoney. Danny and his younger brother AJ out there. We look forward to calling games for AJ for the next few years. I don't know if he's a freshman or sophomore. Megan, if you're still watching, you can let me know in the chat. There's a shot by Riley. Save Champagne, and he'll pounce on the rebound. Well, the Alder team doing what they need to do, and that's try to get pucks on net and get traffic around the Beavercreek goal to get back in this game. They trail it 4-1. Beavers looking for a goal that would essentially put a capstone on this one. There's Luke Lance, and he's unable to catch up to it. Puck at center for the Beavers. That is Hansen, co-captain. Puck off of his stick. Loose, Hansen gets it back. Riley Hansen, he'll just wind up and try to, no, his clearing shot was blocked. Puck still in the Beaver zone at the far end. Holding it in momentarily now is Lance getting a shot. Beavers, Joey Donahue at the other end. Joey Donahue from behind his own net. The big rig, pass at center off a stick. Trying to chase it down is Elsner. Elsner trying to wrap around on a backhand. Here's Elsner being tailed by two Knights. His shot, spinning, shooting is wide. Riley has it for the Knights. He tries to clear. Held in by the Beavers. Elsner gets it back. Elsner trying to fight off a check shot, pad save. Rebound Schultz for the Knights. Clearing, not out. Shot from the point is wide. Ty Ferguson pass ahead. Schultz. Give and go Lance. Luke Lance crossing to left wing. Lance chips it into the Beaver zone. Under 5 minutes to play. Beavers in the all-black lead at 4-1. And there one of the Knight players hits the ice. Now here is Mahoney. Mahoney trying to center the puck. There's a whistle as one of the Knight players goes down, and we got a delayed penalty. And there's Mahoney. And did the Dogs score? Let's see it. And the Knight score, is it? It was a delayed penalty, I believe. And I believe the Junkyard Dog has put the puck in the net on a delayed penalty. And Megan, the pup is a freshman. Thanks, Megan. And congratulations to you, as it looks like the JD has scored. So as soon, just a few minutes after I say, oh, the Junkyard Dog's been quiet tonight, there he goes. He's got it. And we'll get a confirmation of that goal. Here's a nice shot on a backhander for the Beavers by Chase Newroth. A nice play by Chase, fighting a check off and getting a good backhand shot away that Russell catches.
91 from 42.
So it was Dog, Danny Mahoney from Adam Ryder. And Adam Ryder has played a heck of a game, too, for the Knights. There's a centering pass broken up by Riley. And Riley will ice the puck the other way. Megan Mahoney, hey, go Dog. That's right, he did. That was a typical Danny Mahoney goal. He's hanging around the net and looking for an opportunity and made the play. So the Knights back in this game, now trailing just 4-2. And here is Mahoney once again. One man back, it's Donahue. Mahoney trying to get around Donahue. Nice sliding check by Donahue to try to upset Mahoney going to the net. Beavers clear, Liam Riley has it. And Liam Riley circles on the left wing. Gets past Donahue into the Beaver zone, trying to get past Cox. Cox pushes him off into the corner. Now the Beavers come back. 3.5 to go in the game. There's a shot by Elsner. He didn't get anything on it. It steered away to the corner. Now another shot goes right through the goal crease, and Russell just got his stick on that one. Beavers trying to hold it in, but it's no delayed offside. Beavers had to go back. Liam Riley will start out. Riley hands it off to Schultz. Schultz back to Riley. Riley gets poke checked away. Washburn had it for the Beavers. Pass ahead, intercepted by Ferguson. Now it's stolen back away by the Beavers. And there's a big check on Elsner by Ryder. And Ryder trying to get the puck out of the zone. He'll carry it out. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Ryder trying to fight off Cox. Cox goes down. Puck comes loose. Here come the Beavers the other way. One man back. It's Riley. Here's a shot. It's wide by Elsner. Here is Liam Riley trying to pick it up. That still has Grant Russell in it. We'll look for him to go to the bench soon. As soon as the Knights get the puck at the other end, I imagine at any time Russell will head to the bench. If the Beavers up by 2, so far no movement by Russell. Puck cleared back into the Knight zone. Lehman had it on his stick. Now Newroth has it. Newroth being checked by Ryder. Shot by Lehman. Russell covering it as Washburn trying to fight off Ferguson for a whack at the puck, but Russell was able to cover it. Yeah. 1 minute, 58 seconds left in the game. Unless Alter scores 2 goals to tie it. We've got a face-off, Elsner against Lance. There's a shot from the draw, and I think Russell just got a piece of that. Another shot kicked out. Puck held in by Donahue, sweeps it into the near corner for Newroth. Newroth lost it behind him to Ferguson. Ferguson can't clear it. Puck bounds off the end boards back to the blue line. Beavers hold it in. Playing the puck is Russell out of the net, wrapping it around to the far side for Linden. He can't get it out. Newroth holds it in. Newroth checked in the corner. Ty Ferguson has it. Beavers doing a good job keeping the puck down in the attacking end and trying to prevent the Knights from getting much offensive time. There's Riley Hansen back the other way. 1 minute to go in the game. Riley Hansen cutting back to the side of the net. Hansen checked into the boards by Ferguson. Hansen, Elsner, shot, and it's off the mid of Russell. Puck bounds off to the right wing corner. Now it's Elsner. Tied up along the boards by Riley. 40 seconds left. Here's Donahue pulling the trigger, blocked by one of the Knight defenders. Just a half a minute to go. There's a shot, steered aside by Russell. Elsner working past Lance. He's killing time. There's a pass off to the corner that's played by Russell. Just 15 seconds left. Loose puck in front, and they score! Mason Washburn, the bullet. How about that? And dejected Grant Russell and a dejected Captain Liam Riley on one knee at the net. Could not get the puck out. Russell was down at this left corner. The puck just came loose, and Mason Washburn had it wide open, and the bullet puts it in, and for young Mr. Washburn. That is, I think, his third. No, let's see. Mason. Yeah. No, he had one. Where's he on here? There he is. I got it as his third. Now we've got a.
8 from 20.
It is the buzzer sounds the end of the game, and the Beavers lead it and win it 5-2. Yeah, that goal for Mason Washburn was his third of the season, and that was who was that from?
8 from 20.
Okay, and Carson Cox the assist on that, and that was an even strength goal. So the third period has concluded, and henceforth the contest as well. Final score: the Beavers 5 and the Alder Knights 2. As the teams congratulate each other at center ice. Another good game. What was the final unofficial shots, Cherie?
It is 29-28 Beavercreek.
So Cherie's unofficially got Beavercreek out shooting the Knights 29-28 for the game. Let's see if we have any other messages. Bethany Manley says, here we go, folks. I got to look close on my bifocals to look at my phone. On these, Bethany Manley says, good game, Beavers, way to go. Thanks, Kent, for all you do. Thank you, Bethany. That's very kind of you to say. Debbie Cox says, way to go, Mason. Mason Washburn, Aaron Washburn. Third goal for Mason. She's very proud of the bullet. And he got his third. I tell you what, that was a nice goal down here. The capper, Slash Dog, from my fan club, says, another enjoyable game. Great to see the interview with Ben during the break. Good job by Kent. Thanks, Slash. We appreciate it. Good video by the Champagnes, and that would be Cherie, who we don't have a nickname for yet. We got to think of something. And Sir Lancelot. Megan Mahoney says, great job, thanks. Thank you, Megan. It's great to have you with us. Really enjoy it. Enjoy your boys out there on the ice every time the Beavers play them as well. Tony Vandenball says, fun game to watch. Great job, Creek. Oh, thanks, Tony. Executive producer, Jeff Duford. Great job, Kent. Thank you, Jeff, and the production crew. Thanks, and Jeff, look forward to seeing you and Terry sometime soon. So thank you, Mr. Executive Producer. He was our original, if you're new to our webcasts of these games, Jeff was the one that started doing this a few years ago. And he's got started getting the laptop and the camera and everything. And when I started doing Beaver games about 4 years ago. So he retired after last season as Ben graduated. His son, Benny Duford, graduated, and so he retired from producing and engineering. Now he's consultant. He's consultant and executive producer. Jeff, great to hear from you. Jay Haney says, so proud of each of you on the Creek team. Thanks, Kent. You're quite welcome. And for all that you guys do to make this happen, thanks very much, Jay Haney. Nice to hear from you again tonight. And hope we hear from you folks again tomorrow. It is at 3, what is it? 5:10 Eastern Time tomorrow. So let's go over the scoring. That we do not have a star of the game here in this venue. We're up on this mezzanine level. The players are down there. So it would not be a timely thing for them to try to get undressed and dressed in their street clothes and come up here and talk to us. So no star of the game shows this weekend. We will. What's our next game at the good game, guys? Mm-hmm. What's our next game at the rec center? Is that it's isn't it against like the Stealth JV or something like that?
Yes, on
The 4th. Okay. It's on a Wednesday, January 4th. That's the next time we'll be at the rec center. and we'll have our player of the game, star of the game. I might change that to player of the game, just because it's we got 3 stars. You guys picked 3.
No. He's saying just because you already do the 3 stars, and yeah, if you want to change it to the player.
Yeah, and mainly because in the last couple games the coaches have picked the player, so I was doing it based on stats and stuff like that. But I fully understand that the coaches want to spread the interviews around and get, like we got Carson Cox on defense, and see me. I'm looking at goals and stuff like that. So it's good that Coach Gutterman and Coach Lloyd and those guys pick a player. That's fine. So maybe you can change that graphic to player of the game. So we'll resume that when we get back at the rec center. So let's first go over the scoring real quick. Then we'll have a 3 stars, and then wrap things up. In the first period, it was Alex Elsner. He scored. Hey, good game, guys. Yep. See you next time. Okay. Yep. Have a good night. Have a good night. That's the Alder film crew. They're nice fellas, and it's nice to see those guys again up here. Alex Elsner from Carson Cox. That was a power play goal that made it 1-0 Beavercreek. And then Alter tied the game up. It was Evan Schultz who scored a power play goal, assisted by young Mr. Adam Ryder and Liam Riley. That was a power play goal. So after one, it was 1 apiece. Very tightly played second period. And it was for about 14 minutes. And then that last minute, suddenly there were 2 plays in front of the Alder net down at the far end. It was at the far end, so I couldn't really see what was going on. But, scrums in front of the net, and the Beavers got 2 quick goals inside like that last minute of the period. It was Alex Elsner, assisted by Riley Hansen, and right with just like 20 seconds left in the period, Joey Donahue, the big rig, scored, assisted by Elsner and also Riley Hansen. And so suddenly, what looked like was going to be a 1-1 game going into the third period was suddenly 3-1 Beavercreek. I thought you were giving me a director signal, like I'm like, oh, do I have to get out? Is it time to get out of here? Usually it's on here saying next game is on. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to wrap things up. Yeah, she was sweeping something off her sweater. I thought she was going like this. I'm like, oh, I gotta stop. Yeah. So it looked like it was going to be a 1-1 game going in the third period. And I thought, man alive, we're going to have a real great game in the third. But all of a sudden it was 3-1. And then the Beavers made it 4-1 to really get a stranglehold on the game. It was Riley Hansen, just a great goal. I call him the Cobra because his stick handling, he just weaves through players, whether it's right up the slot, up the gut, or in this case off the side. He slithered around a couple of defenders, and he has this really crisp wrist shot that he snaps from an angle against the goalie. He does that a lot, and it's really hard on the goalies, and he scored a lot of his goals that way. But an unassisted power play goal on that one for Hansen, and then making it 4-2 was the Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney, and assisted by Adam Ryder. Adam Ryder assisting on both of the night goals, and that made it 4-2. But then the capstone, was by a young man that I'm told to call him the Bullet, and that's Mason Washburn. And for Mason, his 3rd goal of the season. Was Mason a sophomore? I think I wrote it down. No, I got it right. What am I asking you for, Cherie? I got it written down. He's a junior. I got it right here. I was quizzing you. So Mason, his third goal of the season. What do we got? We got some. Well, let's get these messages in. Carla Moore says, "Love the game. Let's do it again tomorrow." Sounds good, Carla. That's great. Nancy Jeske, thanks, Kent. You're quite welcome. And crew, great hockey experience. Jay Haney, Kent, might be fun to hear all the Creek record holders' names, what for and what year sometime. That's a good idea. Yeah, sometime during an intermission. Is there a list of that somewhere? Now, I'm assuming this is like career leaders. Because I mean, I can. When he gives me the stats, I can tell you leaders of the team now. But
we know that Thomas is the all-time leading Beavercreek scorer.
The hitman is the Thomas Bush, the leading goal scorer of all time. We had that last year. I remember that. We'll try to get it, Jay. We'll try to get that for hockey, of course. Yep, you got it. Thanks, Jay Haney. And that's a good idea. So sometime during an intermission, if we can get a hold of that from somewhere, we'll go over that. And, one player, and I didn't get to see him, but his name was mentioned by Benny Duford, Kevin Beauvier. Was it Beauvier? I think he was a goalie, and I think he was pretty darn good.
Yes.
So we have a goalie that was like Ohio all-time save leader, but he had to be because they were such a bad team. They had so many shots against.
Oh, and we know who that is? Okay. We'll try to find out, Jay Haney. That's a good idea. We'll try to get a hold of all the Beaver record holders. But the Mason Washburn goal is his third of the season, assisted by Carson Cox. So the goal, again, we don't have any Alder stats. I apologize. I'm going to have to see. I'll have to ask Kevin if there's a way, if he can bring me a stat sheet or something sometime before next game or something. Because it'd be nice to have their stats to pass along during the game. Because we know we have some older folks watching. But for the Beavers, Alex Elsner, 2 goals. And for Alex, those are his 17th and 18th of the season. Joey Donahue, he got his 10th. So the diesel is in double figures. Riley Hansen, his 13th. Let me make sure I write that down right. His 13th, and Mason Washburn, his 3rd. Let's do a 3 stars. Let me try to figure things out, folks. Let me look things over. I'm going to give the number 3 star of the game to Adam Ryder of the Knights. He assisted on both of their goals, so we'll give Adam Ryder, number 42 of the Knights, the number 3 star of the game. The number 2 star goes to Riley Hansen. Riley scored a goal and had 2 assists. So 3 points on the game. So Riley Hansen is our number 2 star of the game. And the number 1 star of the game, 2 goals and 1 assist, 3 points just like Riley, but he had the 2 goals. So we'll give it to the A-Train, Alex Elsner. Alex, the Beaver goal leader for the season, now 18 goals in now 11 games. He's on almost a Bush-like pace. How many games did they play last year? 30? Beavercreek, 30?
It was about that because they had 24 wins. They didn't have any losses. So it was about 32 maybe.
And Thomas scored 50. Right, 50-ish. So if Alex, and I don't want to do comparison or say, hey, try to be like him, but I just say the pace is, I mean, he's got 18 goals in 11 games. That's a pace like that, So, and I'm sure, and when we spoke to the hitman Thomas Bush there a couple games ago when he visited, and I asked him about his tutelage of Alex and guys like Riley, and how it's nice for him to see a guy like Alex, who when he first started as a freshman, and I remember his mom being up here and talking to her when we had a game here, and I dubbed him the Road Runner because he would get down. The other thing I said about Alex was he takes a licking and keeps on ticking, because every time he got touched, he got knocked down. He was small, and he would flop down to the ice, and he would just scramble up and take off. And I was like, he's like the Road Runner, and all these opponents are like Wile E. Coyotes out there chasing after him, but he's faster than them. He's outrunning all of them. And that takes a licking, keeps on ticking. You gotta be old like me. You gotta remember John Cameron Swayze with those Timex commercials. I'm dating myself. The Timex watch. We are taking this Timex watch and running over it with a dump truck, and it's still ticking. And that was the Timex commercials. But as because he just constantly get knocked down and get right up and scramble right back out. And that was his nickname last year too, the Road Runner. Well, first game this season, all of a sudden, he's ramming into guys. He's like knocking guys over. And I know he's gotten bigger. He's grown a couple, over the last couple of years. I said, he's not the Road Runner anymore. He's the A-Train. He's knocking guys over. So, so Alex, certainly, I'm sure Coach Gutterman proud of his growth as a player. And boy, this group, the young players that have come along, and I know I'm babbling and rambling along. If you need to just cut it, just stop it. I'm in mid-sentence, and Sheree just turns it off, and I'm rambling. But the young kids coming along, all these guys, Austin, Murad, JJ, Jake Mason, all these guys, and the guys coming up, and the seniors, Joe, Marty, and Owen Huff, and I always said how Owen was coming along so well before he got his injury, and we're rooting really hard for him to get back, because he was playing very aggressive and really playing well, and some of the other kids, and then and Ian and Chad in the games he's been in. These guys have been just fantastic, and they'll be all-stars, I'm sure, for this league. But the leadership group of this team. And of course I'm referring to Joey and Riley, Alex, these guys. I wondered, coming off having such an impact player like the Hitman, Thomas Bush, and the records he set, and how he carried the team on his back a lot of times, and I thought, how is this team going to react to not having, it's like losing a Gretzky or a Hull or something like that, and it's like all of a sudden that player's not there anymore. How are the kids that step up? And these guys have been off the charts, and I really am been impressed with how these guys have just taken the reins, and they're just So, and we look forward to, I'm stopped rambling now, but looking forward to how things progress during the season. Anybody else? Can't be quiet. That's why somebody else, no, can't, get off. Okay, so we'll leave it there, but congratulations to the Beavers on the game. Now 10 wins, no losses, 1 tie. Alter drops to 4-6-0 with the loss. The winning goaltender, Ian Champagne, and he certainly gets a recognition. He didn't get a star in the game, but still stopping 26 of 28 shots on the game. Ian had a great game, so honorable mention to him as well. So that'll do it for our game tonight. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon at 5:10 Eastern Time. So again, speaking for cameraman Sir Lancelot and Cherie Champagne, our engineer-producer, our executive producer in absentia, Jeff Duford. We appreciate him getting in touch with us. My name is Kent Jacobs. Again, the final score, Beavercreek 5 and the Alternites 2. Until tomorrow afternoon, good evening from the champion city of Springfield.